Alrighty guys, welcome all to my channel. In this video I will introduce you to a few tips and tricks that I personally use for my models. If you guys have any questions in the end, feel free to comment below. I will get to you as soon as possible. Anywho, let's get started. So first you'll need this modeling program called Blockbench. The program is used for both Java and Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Basically, the 3D modeling program can convert a model to the proper code format that Minecraft can read. Okay. Here on the website, you can actually see several examples of what people have created. Personally, I think the bicycle is my favorite. It's really neat. Of course, whoa, this is okay. There you go. So yeah, I personally really like this one. Another thing is that the website actually provides you with facts of what the app is capable of doing, like the texture editing for skins, animations, of course the modeling. There's certain plugins they can use to make modeling easier for you, or texturing. It's really neat. Okay, so let's get started with the video by opening Blockbench. Okay, so as soon as you open the Blockbench, you can go for Bedrock model, and both the file and model identifier will have the same name. In my case, I'm going to name it hexagoats, and I'll explain what that is in a second. So after doing that, just leave everything else the same. And just confirm. Ready? So the hexagoat is a mythical creature that I found online, or a made-up creature. I'm not exactly sure from what mythology, but I found it really interesting. It's an interesting creature, so I just thought it'd be nice to use it for the video. Okay, so what you're gonna do, well, the first thing I do um, is to make sure my plugins are all in. Of course, I remove them so I can show you guys where you can find them and all of that. So of course, you're gonna go to filter, you're gonna go to available. Okay, so the 4 plugins that I use is the Bedrock Entity Generator, and the seat position. Seat position, I use it for saddles. That way I can figure out where the player will be sitting on the model. Another good plugin would be the Flash Missing Textures highlighter. So this one actually helps you figure out where your textures are going to be blinking in game so that you can fix them. Okay. And another one would be the generate shape. It's really good for like wheels for cars and stuff like that. I would highly recommend it. Of course, you guys can always look up all these other plugins that are really good. It's really up to you whenever you want to take a look at them. Okay. Okay, so now to start with the tools, I have a specific set of tools that I use for Blockbench because they basically help me with texturing, of course, obviously modeling, and to keep my stuff organized. So the first thing is first would be flip X, Y, and Z. Okay. Another tool that I use is redo and undo. So you can already tell what that would do. Basically, like Control Z, it undoes the error that you made. Okay. So another thing that people don't really know about Blockbench, there's a lot of keybinds that you can use. If you go to settings and you go to keybinds, there's all of this and all of this as well. There's like a really nice uh, keybinds that can help you model much easier and more efficient, and I don't know, just to make your life easier really, instead of you going back and forth with your mouse. Okay, so now I'm going to go over these 5 tools or features that Blockbench has. These are really, this is what you're going to be using whenever you start modeling. So let me explain to you what each one does. Okay, so of course the move, it's straightforward, you guys. You can move your cubes or your model, depending if you group it right. Move it back and forth, left or right, up or down, etc. To resize, that's self-explanatory as well. You can resize your model. Like, this is just the basic stuff, right? And now the rotating as well. The rotation is basically the same as the move and resizing. It's self-explanatory. Okay. Now the pivot point. So this is really important, guys. This is like, I cannot stress this enough. This is important whenever you start setting up groups. Okay. So let's say you create a folder, right? You want this pivot point to be right up here. So basically what this does is whenever you rotate the folder, it rotates the group from this point. Okay. If you drag it down here, it'll rotate it from that point. So if you get where I'm going with this, this is helpful for animations. Okay. Animations will be in a separate video. I will not be covering that in this video. Okay, now vertex snap. This one's really good. This one's mainly for perfect alignment. So let's use that. You see this little box here, or little cube. Just click that, and you see how it like already tells you where it's going. Boom. It's already perfectly aligned. It's perfectly flat. There's no decimals separating them or anything like that. It's really helpful whenever you're connecting bones or, I don't know, anything that you might need. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how to set the basic entity files, right? So of course you're going to create a folder. Let me delete these first and get rid of these 2 cubes. So you're gonna create a new folder or new group. You're gonna name it, you can name it anything. Mine, I'm gonna name it the name of the entity. So you're gonna separate it into as many groups as you want. For my case, because mine is a 6-legged creature with a toe and of course a neck, I'm going to do legs. Oh, let's forget the S. I'm going to do a neck. I'm going to do a torso. And then that should be it for the creature. So what does this creature have for its legs? So it looks like it has 2 on the front and then a regular back leg. So I'm going to do front legs, right? And then a separate file or group for the back legs. So I'm going to include two groups in here. Front leg 1 and then front leg 2. I'm going to do the left leg as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Front left leg. That's what this stands for. And then you're gonna do another group. Front right leg. And you're not gonna do anything here, and I'll explain in a second. You're not gonna copy anything to the right leg. And then for this one, you're gonna do back left leg. Or you could do BLL. Okay. The neck, what does it have? A head. Alright. Torso. torso just has the regular body cubes. Oh, the tail. Let's not forget the tail. It has a tail, and then the head. What does the head have? If you want the jaw to be moving with the animations, you're gonna have to make a separate group within the head. So you're gonna name this jaw. Okay, and that's it. Okay, guys. So you don't necessarily have to copy whatever I just did here. Okay, it is really as it's really up to you on how you want to customize your model. However, I do recommend you to have everything in one group, like so. The legs, neck, and torso all belong to the hexagon group folder. Okay, so that way, whenever you do animations, you can control the whole body just by doing this. Okay, or by having it all together. You can think of it as, I don't know, like a box. You have several things in the box, and you move the box along with the things inside, right? So that, I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. Everything will move together with this. Okay. Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna do. Alrighty guys, so I think I'm done with the model. So this took me almost an hour to make. Um, so yeah guys, I mean, I guess the front legs are okay. I couldn't come up with a better design for them. I might change it in the future. Yeah, so this is it guys. If you guys have any questions in regards of the actual modeling, or stuff like that, I mean, I will happily help you out with that. And the reason why I only made the left side of this model is to save resolution space. Um, it's really helpful whenever you're making a add-on because basically you'll be taking up space if you have multiple cubes with the same texture but just spread out around the resolution on the side. So it'd be best if you just focus one resolution for one cube. That's why I only made 3 of these flat ones. That way I can just clone them whenever I texture it. And that's going to be for a separate video, guys. Okay? Alrighty, guys. You guys have a wonderful night.